One-on-one with Dr. Bob. I've got Judy Alexander, the president of the Gulf Winds Track Club. Judy, welcome. Thank you so much for all your efforts. Before we start in and talking about the course and the great event today, I know it's been a really tough week in the local community when we lost Robbie due to a terrible accident. Thoughts on that today from you personally?
All right, thanks, Dr. Bob. It's nice to have you. Nice to have you out here. Actually, to be honest with you, if Robbie knew that we were out here mourning the loss of him, he'd be upset with us. So let me just say that he would be out here walking around saying, wow, this is phenomenal, fantastic. He was one of the most positive young men you could ever meet. Brought light into everybody's lives and never wanted to run cross country until after the first year. And after the first season, he was hooked. But we had to whip him to get him around the trail. And over the course of a year, he lost 30 pounds, grew about 1.5 feet, and ended up being one of the finest cross-country runners and really one of the finest young men you could possibly know. So we're wearing these armbands in solidarity to kind of remember him. His funeral was yesterday, which was also tough because a lot of us needed to be out here. So we kind of split, and half of us went to the funeral and half of us came out here and got ready for the meet. But I think that he would have really loved being out here.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. This is just a great facility. I'm really looking forward to running it and seeing the whole course here. Can you kind of tell us how Gulf Winds got involved and tell us about that huge check that you were able to present to the Parks Department, I believe?
Absolutely. Basically, we were not supposed to use the Nicosuke Greenway anymore for events that caused there to be more vehicle parking than there were parking spaces for. So we weren't forced off the Greenway. You know, people say, oh, you're not allowed to run the Greenway anymore. We can run on the Greenway. We train on the Greenway. Teams train on the Greenway. As long as everybody can park without getting on the grass, we can be on the Greenway. So if anybody thinks that you can't go to the Greenway and run, you sure can. But we wanted a dedicated cross-country place. We wanted a place where horses weren't going to tear up the trail, where people could come out and know that this is our running facility. And so the county took my husband, me, Bob, and a couple of other people around, and we looked at different properties. And when we came here, we just saw what this has become. And I've told half a dozen people today that I wish I'd had a big screen with a slide presentation of the before and after, because it was woods until Bob and Brian got their machetes out and started chopping away. And then the county just came in and just did a fantastic job. Before that happened, money had to change hands. And so,
in a good way, in a positive way.
Absolutely. and you know, we basically, the Gulf Winds wanted to have a hand in everything. And in order to have a hand in things, you need to show that you're really into it. And $10,000 shows you're really into it. So I went to the board and told the board members that we really needed to do this, and this was something that would eventually be a phenomenal thing for Gulf Winds as well as everyone else involved. And there was some opposition. $10,000 is a lot of money. And there are several people on the board who know that that's one of my favorite things to do, is spend money. So there was some, well, she just wants to spend this and it just looks good. But enough people, including the treasurer, voted yes, and we handed the check over, and from there it was just a whirlwind. It was supposed to take over a year to come to this, and December is when we came out and looked at the property. So it's taken 10 months, and it's, as you can see, it's just a beautiful facility. It's not completely finished yet, but you know, eventually Pat Plochik of the county says that they will actually connect all of the different greenways, so we could run an ultra out here if we really wanted to.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Right now we've got the 5K and 8K courses, so, and the 10K course is already measured and ready. It's just not, we just didn't run it today. So we're very proud and pleased that we were able to be a part of this.
Well, on behalf of all the recipients that get to run out here, and the fans and the parents and grandparents, I'd like to thank you, Judy.
Thank you.
And thank you for Gulf Winds Track Club presenting that check and making this happen. We look forward to many races out here. Judy Alexander, the president of Gulf Winds Track Club.
Thanks. Appreciate it.